Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 9th of December, comes to you from London. And we're seeing energy markets deteriorating quite quickly in the last hour or so. So I thought we'd just take a quick look at that before we go to the macro situation of what's going on in the markets. But first of all, we're seeing crude oil down just under 0.2%. No big fears there, but we were neutral crude this morning, but it looks like that picture is deteriorating. On US Natgas, we were actually bearish. We had these downside targets to play for, and that looks like it's playing out. We are seeing coal off 1% this morning. No major concerns there. Of course, we are still bearish below the cloud on the lagging line. A fall through 100 on coal would be bad. Emissions are down 3%. So we are seeing a little bit of a wobble there with this big downside move on that hourly candle. We were pretty good at the open, but straight away in the last hour or so we've deteriorated. We've got targets in either direction, so a bit of a seesaw going on, but of course this is giving us the potential for a bearish daily candle. So 90 does look like a resistance area, and we did say in our call this morning, be careful below 88. So that's now looking quite interesting. Looking at US Natgas, NBP, UK gas, very worrying now. We've just activated this downside target, so that is changing the picture quite dramatically there. And if we look at TTF, we're also seeing now multiple downside targets. A move below 97 would be pretty bad for TTF, so watch that level now. And we are just seeing that deterioration. And German power, we are seeing down 6% on the current CAL, and if we're looking at next year's CAL, which is now becoming more and more to the fore, we do have the makings of a bearish engulfing daily candle coming here. So starting to look worrying, and on the Nordic quarterly chart, we are seeing downside targets now starting to come to the fore. So the picture is changing very dramatically within the last hour. Today is going to be a very critical day for energy. Just keep an eye on that. If we just look at the wider markets, dollar is still bullish on the long-term chart. Bitcoin is back below the $50,000 mark, so that's not so good. We are seeing the US futures down slightly this morning, so sentiment is changing a bit. The fixed volatility is up, and if we look at the DAX in Germany, we're flat here. Asia was pretty mixed. We're seeing Asian markets, Japan was down slightly, Hang Seng was actually up, but the Sensex was lower. Gold sitting steady at 1783, and 10-year yields sitting at that 1.5 level. But overall, it's all about energy today, so keep an eye on those critical levels that we just discussed. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.